told you, is gradually grinding to an end in the Upper West region. As we speak now, we are at Jirapa, where any moment from now, John Mahama's entourage will arrive to address the mini deba here. If you look behind me, you see many young men and women who have been waiting for maybe hours, because the understanding we have is that some of them have been so anxious that irrespective of the understanding that you arrive at this time, they came so early to find space to position themselves to catch a glimpse at John Dramani Mahama. We just came from Nandom through Laura and at Jirapa. The people are yearning for change. That's the impression I get on the ground. I have the Zongo Caucus coordinator with me to speak to me briefly. Now help us. It's quite noisy because it's almost like a celebration here. I can understand the excitement, but help us appreciate politics and the campaign issues here at Jirapa.
Thank you so much. My name is Mahama, the constituency Zongo Caucus coordinator. In fact, Jirapa is a constituency where NDC since 1992 is a stronghold of the NDC. There has not been a time where any party win the seat in the NDC. This year, the people of Jirapa is poised. We are ever ready. We are yearning for change. We are ever ready to vote massively for His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and our parliamentary candidate, Honorable Kletu Sedu Dapla. Having seen the records of 2020 elections, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama won the 2020 elections in Jirapa constituency with over 26,000 votes, and we are promising him today that come this year 2024 we are going to give him over 40,000 votes for John Dramani Mahama, and we increase the parliamentary votes of John Honorable Kletu Sedu Dapla. So Jirapa is a constituency for NDC.
What makes you optimistic? Because the MPP has been in power for 8 years, and knowing that this perhaps is a constituency they are eyeing, they would have done so much to reduce your vote here.
MPP, in Jirapa constituency, they have done abysmally. They haven't done anything. 8 good years. Whatever NDC did in the 8 years and left, they have not been able to complete a single project. Meanwhile, they said their founder is from Jirapa, S.D. Jumbo. But when it comes to development, Jirapa is deprived of development. And I'm telling you, rural education is one of our biggest challenges. NDC has been able to connect electricity to over 83% of the community. Since NDC left power, 8 years now, 8 years down the lane, MPP has not been able to connect a single community to electricity.
So for you at Jirapa, what are your expectations, especially when you are optimistic John Mahama is most likely to win? What do you want to hear from him?
Basically, we need to extend electricity to the villages. We need portable drinking water. The people of Jirapa need portable drinking water. We need sporting facility like an house totem. We need a hospital. We have a hospital that is for the Catholic. The Catholic Church is not a hospital for government. So the people of Jirapa are crying and are needing for a hospital, a municipal hospital. So these are the 3 key things we are begging our President John Dramani Mahama to assist us with.
Now you represent the Zongo Caucus. The NDC has a number of policies for the Zongo community. For example, John Mahama has been speaking about holiday to be added, and he has also been explaining why he thinks that going to Hajj has become a luxury. How are your colleagues in the Zongo community seeing this promise to make things better for you?
It's a refreshing promise. All the people of Zongo are embracing that promise simply because today the cost of going to Hajj has increased astronomically, and for that matter, people are not able to get money to go to Hajj. So what your mama is saying, the Congo people, majority of them are here. The Fulani community are here. The Zabarma community are here. The Muslim communities are here. Everybody is crying, telling that whatever the NDC is saying is what your mama is promising, is what they want, not what the MPP has done. Since 8 years, Hajj has increased from 20,000 to 750,000, and our people cannot afford to go to Hajj.
Okay, thank you very much. So I will engage you shortly. So thank you very much. So as we speak, we are at Jirapa, where any moment from now, John Dramani Mahama, the flag bearer of the NDC, will be arriving to address the people. Now, just 1 second. If you look here, you see many of them seated here. Now, I believe you are very excited John Mahama is coming here today. Yeah. For you as a young man, what do you want to hear?
Yes, I am Esa Tamimu, the Deputy Secretary for the Jirapa constituency. You can see that they are all so excited. I'm equally so excited to see that His Excellency John Dramani Mahama is coming to rescue Ghana, is coming to rebuild Ghana, is coming to save Ghana from the hardship, the exploitation hardship Ghanaians are going through. Everybody is excited in Jirapa here, and you can see the numbers. They came here at 1 p.m. and nobody's going nowhere.
1 p.m.
1 p.m. They were here by 1 p.m. And you can see the numbers. We are still here because we are so excited. We believe in John Mahama, and we believe that he's the one that can build this nation for us.
We understand that many of the young men here are not working. Now, a number of promises have been made by John Mahama. For the young men at Jirapa, which of them resonate with the average person that you think if he wins and he implements them will improve their lives?
Yeah, thank you so much. The National Apprenticeship Program is a program, it's a policy that the people like so much. Jirapa, most of the team you have seen, they want to learn trade. Some of them are into it, yet they don't have the resources to continue the trade. So President Mahama promised to bring the National Apprenticeship Program. It's a national policy that is resonating very well with the people of the constituency.
Okay, so before you take leave of us, we know that there has been issues about how people vote. John Mahama spoke at Laura, he spoke at Nandom, and then he was helping the people to understand how to vote. Are there concerns about people's understanding on how to vote so that you protect the ballot? What are you people doing on the ground about this?
Yes, the voter education. We are taking it so seriously. Our people, when you want to educate them, they say that they have been voting for so many years, they know how to vote. But after the voting, you see rejected ballots. We have intensified our education in educating them to vote properly so that the vote will not spoil. In terms of protecting the ballot box, our people are electing now. When we vote, we will not go away. We will stay around till the last ballot is counted.
Irrespective of any threat.
Irrespective of any threat, we are ready. We are battle ready for this election. We are fearless. We are ready. Until President Mahama is declared the victor of this election, we are not going to relent at all. We are not going to relent. Nobody will intimidate us. Our people are ready. The masses are ready to protect the ballot box. Any attempt to cheat, to rig this election, it will not be easy in Ghana here. So our people are prepared. We are not afraid. We will go out and vote in our numbers so that President Mahama will win the elections and come and rescue this country.
Now, one issue that has also come up is the potential of your opponents to use money to influence the people. We know there was drought in this part of the country and government was looking for 500 million cedis to cushion the average farmer. What are you picking on the ground? Is it that there is some attempt to influence or induce them with money? And are you encouraging your people to understand what it means to be bought by money to vote wrongly?
Our people are aware of the agenda of the government. They are aware that the government wants to use money to influence them. So they believe that for 8 years they have been suffering. 2 months, you can't bring them something 2 months to help them. So they are fully aware that they cannot be influenced by money. They can bring their money. They will chop the money and still food for President Mahama and the NDC. They are ready. We have told them and they are aware. Now you go to the market, you come back fertilizer. Maize, a bull now is about 25-30 cedis. Beans is 70 cedis. How much will they give them? So they'll be able to buy a bag of beans.
It looks as if you are very angry.
Yes, I'm really so excited and angry at the same time. For the fact you said they want
what is making you angry?
Because of the hardship Ghanaians are going through. When I mention the prices of the basic commodities, maize, a bowl of maize that used to be 4 cedis, 3 cedis, is now 25 cedis. In fact, there is a particular soap, stampuri. We call it stampuri here. It used to be 1 cedi. Now it is 5 cedis. Lord fair, from here to where it used to be 10 cedis, 15 cedis. It's now 40 cedis. So if you look at the way Ghanaians are suffering, if you look at the way the people are suffering.
Bring us 24 hours economy.
Let's go this way.
Yes.
Let's go this way. No,
thank you. He has promised to give us 24-hour economy. And then John Mahama is a person, he has done it before. He has been president, he has been vice president, he has served in so many capacities in this country. And we have seen his legacies. And we know where we are now. The nation is at a crossroad. And so we need a visionary person, an experienced person, but a tested and trusted person like His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Not a person that we can use as try and error like Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. We only need a person that is visionary like John Mahama to reset Ghana for us. So that is why I'm here. I've been here since afternoon. As I speak, we are here. I've been here since 11 a.m. up to now. But I'm not worried. In fact, if I would have even been here till daybreak before John Mahama will come and talk to me, I will be so grateful.
So for you as a young man, yes, you have seen 8 years of Mahama and Mills. You may have been young then. You have seen 8 years of Akufo-Addo and Dr. Bawumia. They claim they have done so much. Why do you trust John Mahama?
Yes, of course. My brother, it is very emphatic that John Mahama is the only person that can be trusted, because John Mahama used 4 years to rule this Ghana between the years of 2016, 2012 to 2016. We have seen what John Mahama has done. John Mahama is the one who has built the Upper West Regional Hospital. We have seen that in Wa. John Mahama brought us an airport in Wa. John Mahama constructed the Solar Fukusu Road. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, who built the Bank of Ghana Hospital. He's the person who built the KTR market. He's the person who built so many rich hospitals, so many roads he has constructed, and so many, over thousands of cheap compounds. So that is why I know for 4 years John Mahama has done a lot for us, and I know that there's MPP in 8 years. The only thing they brought is Galamsey, that they have spoiled all our water. The only thing they do is they increase the national debt to a tune of 760 something billion Ghana cedis, but they have nothing to show. They borrow a lot. They have so much in terms of revenue, but they have nothing to show.
So when you
trust your mama that he's the person that can come and reset Ghana for us.
So when you speak to your colleagues, maybe in the late 20s or maybe early 30s, what do they want? Your colleagues, when you speak to them, what do they want?
Yes, the youth want hope. The only thing with the youth want is jobs. We want prosperity. In fact, we want the economy to be on track. When the economy is on track, but we can work. We will have jobs. We will make money. And when we make money, my brother, we will be able to at least take care of our children. And then what? Also leave behind a very good legacy. So that one day, one time, when we even retire, we can rely. In fact, you can imagine a government that has brought headcount. Is that the person, the NPP government? That's what we trust. So in any case, those that are within my age group, we want jobs. And that is what exactly John Mahama promised.
Okay, so I can tell you that John Mahama has arrived, and any moment from now, you'll be seeing John Mahama. How do you feel about that?
In fact, I feel more than excited. But yet today is my heaven for me. In fact, it's about 3 to 4 years now I'm seeing John Mahama.
So as we speak, John Mahama has just arrived, and the gentlemen I've been speaking to are following issues. Unlike 10 years ago, 15 years ago, when many people were perhaps not getting the access to information, today I can tell you that social media has made information accessible to many young people, especially in the rural areas, and they have been following the issues. And if you see those I've been speaking to, obviously they understand what it's about. John Dramani Mahama, the flag bearer of the NDC, has just arrived, and the program is about starting. So we'll go upstage and follow the conversation, and then I'll come in from time to time if they speak the typical indigenous language, so that somebody can break it down for you to understand. So let's go upstage and see how the program is starting.
Tina soro la kakar beka agoma sribiela cheka ni bola nembere kaba kuti vuo kar pila yala te bana na piela a ulibile tina soro la kan ne za wa yele yala ya bar goma ya tala piela ato wunga yala ne za o bar goma ato wambo na engati na mbache choboy Your Excellency and your entourage, we have already taken the opening prayer, and we are set to go. The next item on our agenda is to have the welcome address.
So the Master of Ceremonies has officially welcomed John Dramani Mahama, and let's go back and listen to him.
Chairman, Honorable David Jane, to come on stage to present the welcome address.
So while we are waiting for the welcome address to be delivered, let's look at education here. How good or bad or on the average is access to education here?
Education. Yes. In terms of education, I would say over the past 7 getting to 8 years, we have not been doing well. We're doing well.
So let's go upstage and listen to the chairman's welcome address.
Thank you.
Thank you. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and the constituency executive, the regional executive, the national executives, and national executives. Nearly Zanem Bechanana, Trege Simani Yanewa. And nearly Zanem Bechanana, and take at a flag bearer.
So what is he saying?
Yes. he has just briefly welcomed everybody. And you see the likes of, he has mentioned the likes of the national executives of the party, NDC, regional executives, the constituency executives, and above all, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and his entourage, as well as the media and then the security services for the effort that we have all put up to make this particular program a success. That's what, in short, or in brief, our constituency chairman, Mr. Yen David, is telling us.
I had 92%.
Yes, he is giving assurance to His Excellency John Dramani Mahama that Jirapa constituency is solidly behind His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, and that come December 2024, Jirapa constituency will vote 95% for John Dramani Mahama and vote 95% for the parliamentary candidate, that is Honorable Jirapa. Yes. Yes. He's saying that it's just a quick reminder to the good people of Jirapa. But on this note, he's saying that he will give floor for the honorable member of parliament for the constituency, Honorable to come and speak to the good people.
So let us listen to the member of parliament for the constituency now.
In fact, Jirabale Mabonle na Napuria. Cha Nieza na wache. Embora ke song Kardan ate president. Na wana kuwadia dako. John Mahama Oseye. John Mahama Oseye. Mahama o. Mahama o. Choboy. Come on, John Mahama, ye ka bekarbe. John Mahama. John Dramani Mahama. Baraka ya gaza. Your Excellency President John Dramani Mahama, my colleague MP for Wa Central, Wa East, present here, the former Chief of Staff, the Venerable Julius Debra, and the entourage of His Excellency, the former President, the people of Heng, the people of Ulo, the people of Teza, the people of Duori, Yara, Tugo, Kunzokala, Namber, Bare, Sabuli, Mankuri, Ping, and the entire Jirapa. In fact, Zina, Empo Pelela, anin nombuna yenan wul achare akatawiya party gangaza mamuna yenan wul achare His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama ye karimba nur ko temera choboy embora kan yelukuya eniela akatawiya party yenin su akatawiya party.
So what is he saying at the moment?
He has started by saying that he's overwhelmed by joy, and he has used all sorts of words because today is a very memorable day in our political life in Jirapa here. He has also, in a very brief manner, acknowledges and then also welcome His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, the former president and the incoming president of Ghana, and his entourage, as well as party executive from national to constituency. And then he went further to acknowledge the presence of every person from Jirapa constituency.
He's talking about percentages now.
Yes, I'll get there. He has actually, you know, Honorable Creator said that Blah is always tagged as the grassroots man in the Upper West region politics. So he has mentioned almost all the names of the community across the length and breadth of the constituency. Now, he went further to assure John Dramani Mahama, His Excellency, and then he is encouraged that the Jirapa constituency is very well prepared and the grounds are very fertile, that will give His Excellency John Dramani Mahama a resounding victory. In fact, 95% of the valid vote cast in the upcoming elections, and will also vote massively for him as a parliamentary candidate, no less than 95%.
Okay, so let's continue listening to him, then we come back to you to break it down.
Lorry charge awulala, school fees awulala, fertilizer yamanto dala. Ghana Nana Akufo-Addo anu yo baomia basala palo. Lebanon sa palo na nieno yo nanna bom mala Ghana. Nino yon nan na bon venka Ghana ala wale onanda wa onola nimbo His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. So boy Jirbale embora kan yelkwe ye development balonza kletuseru da pla bongala enam bongana ena ndiala ala kanzen ayele kuro a President Mahama omen bonga amine a bambuna na la era ati palo che wara za kamanga office bi kamanga yiri man yel kola buna tajribale na mbora katini wonye zunwa choboy so embora kan yel kuya ka President John Dramani Mahama oye president nakana ka onon wodi de ko honan na bon trust ye wonala honobon diuladi obon bare ziri oye nie nan yele menga ay nie nan ta Ghana anyuno Ghana nyuno no oba nie nan zuro oba bon nan nyigri anga nuba mine nan wa awazuti libieza abenka wahala abenieza enga to boy Pampana. At this juncture I have just one singular duty. My duty on this podium this night is to introduce to you the man. This man is a man of valor. This man is a man that will never deceive Ghanaians. This man is a man with integrity. You can vouch for him. If he greets you in the morning, you just respond. He is not the other one that you have to turn and look at the position of the sun before you respond. Eyezu, this man has been an assembly member for Bole in the Bole district before. Eyezu, this man was an MP before. This man was Deputy Minister for Communications before. This man was Minister for Communications before. This man was Vice President before. This man was President before. And by the grace of God, inshallah, come 7th December, 7th January, he will become the next President of Ghana. I introduce to you President John Dramani Mahama.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. The night is fast spent, so we're going to do this quickly so that we can all go back home and catch a rest. Thank you very much, Jirapa, for the very warm welcome you've given us. I wanted us to get here in the afternoon so that we could see ourselves clearly. Houses would say Gafili Gadochi, but unfortunately, We arrived here in the night. Next time we'll try and make sure that we start from Jirapa in the morning before we go to other places. Thank you. I was speaking to Jirapa now, and I was telling him, I said, in 2016 and 2020, Ghanaians had not seen properly the track record of Nana Akufo-Addo and Bawumia. They had experienced the NDC, they had seen the NDC in government. But when these other people came and said, look, we can do better than NDC, NDC are incompetent, get rid of them, bring us in, we're going to do this, one village, one dam, one district, one factory, $1 million per constituency per year, yet Isikaso come the year, if the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose you. So when Ghanaians heard all that, then it was like, okay, why don't we give these people a try? And so, of course, Ghanaians asked us to go take a rest. And so we left office, and we've been in opposition since. And I told Jirapa now, I said, now we have track records to compare. We have lived under NDC, we have lived under MPP. And in Tree, they say, Yasu Ansa, Yasu Ansu, Yafe Yehunye Muodu, or something like that. It means we've carried water, we've carried alcohol, we can now tell which is heavier. So the real contest is now. And the point is, the dishonesty is what worries me. Because when you have destroyed an economy the way the MPP has done, the least you can do is to explain to the people and say sorry. But they still try to justify and say that your condition is even still better. Your lives are better. They deny the hardship. And even when they accept the hardship, they said it's not our fault. It is the international community. It is what is happening outside. The first 4 years, it was Mahama. Everything was Mahama, 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 Mahama. Then when Ghanaians got tired of hearing Mahama, then it became COVID-19, 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 COVID-19. Then when Ghanaians got tired of COVID-19, Russia, Ukraine, Russia, Ukraine, Russia, Ukraine. You see? But the point is, if a government cannot take responsibility for anything, then it cannot solve any challenges that confront the country. You must take responsibility first. And once you've taken responsibility, you understand what that responsibility is. And based on that, you are able to resolve the challenges. I mean, I was faced with Dumso as president. Dumso was a result of low investment in generation over the years, long before I became president. Dumso was because of legacy debts in the energy sector. But I didn't come and say it's Mills's fault, it is Kufuor's fault, it is Rawlings' fault. No. I went to Parliament and I said, you voted me as your president for a time like this. I accept the responsibility. We have an energy crisis. I am going to fix it. And I fixed it. But the very interesting thing is, we have an economy in crisis. And we have a candidate who is the vice president of this government who says, my government has not done well, but vote for me even though I'm in government. And when I leave my government and I come into government, I will do this for you that my government did not do for you. I mean, it's basa, 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 basa. There's something in politics and government we call collective responsibility. Collective responsibility. It's a principle. Go and look it up in Google or anything. If you're part of a group and you sit together and take a decision, even if you did not agree with the decision, but you participated in the decision making, you are bound by that decision. And so, for all the people who worked with Akufo-Addo, from his vice president to his ministers and everything, they sat in cabinet and they took decisions together. Ghanaians, we don't want to care to know who was in favor of which decision, who was against this decision. All we know is cabinet has decided. That is what they do. They write to the speaker, cabinet has decided. They don't say, oh, this cabinet minister dissented, this one agreed, or whatever. It just says cabinet has decided. So if they say cabinet has decided, then it means you took the decision together. So in future, you cannot now come back. And I heard somebody saying, oh, when they were passing the e-levy, the vice president was not happy. We don't want to know whether he was happy. If he was not happy, he should have resigned. The thing is, if you are part of a collective and they take a decision you don't agree with, what do? You resign. If you stay, it means you are bound by the decision. Okay, let's put e-levy aside. Cabinet has decided 10% betting tax. And the vice president was not happy. He wasn't happy. So why did he stay there? He should have resigned. Emissions tax. The vice president was not happy. Some of these things, the president wasn't happy. You see, if you are a person of principle, you accept responsibility. I worked with Professor Mills. I was in cabinet. We took decisions together. After Professor Mills, I did not come and say I did not agree with some of the decisions Professor Mills took. I accepted responsibility for everything that we did together. Indeed, in 2012, I won that election after just 5 months of campaigning after Professor Mills died. I won that election because I ran on the record of Professor Mills. It was Professor Mills that made me win the election of 2012 because I ran on the record of what we had done and were trying to achieve together. But here, we have a vice president who's running away from his president's record. And he's saying, I was just a driver mate. And so if I give advice and the driver doesn't take it, what can I do? If you give advice constantly and your driver doesn't take it, hey driver, stop. I won't do again. Drop me here. I won't go again. That's what you do. But if you sit in the car and you tell the driver, hey, this overtaking is wrong, go driver, take care, and he doesn't mind you. The next time, corner fast, hey driver, this corner fast will fall in the ditch, oh, he doesn't mind you. When the car goes and fall in the ditch, won't you be in the car? Now you can't come out of the car and say, Mon fastia no mami, Mon fastia no mami. But I know you all have lived in this country. Bob Marley has a song, who feels it knows it. All of us are in this country, and so we feel it, and so we know it. And so I don't have to come and tell you what has happened this last 8 years. Our economy is in crisis, our economy is in a mess. This morning I was looking at some of the headlines of the papers. They said Ghana's economy bouncing back. Ghana's what. I tell you, it's not bouncing anyway. Because of some Moody's rating, any country that finishes its debt restructuring gets that automatic correction by Moody. It's not because they've done anything extraordinary. This country is in a mess. Ezu. And the country is even as it is because we're not servicing our debts yet. From next year, the next new government that is going to come is going to have to start servicing those debts. And so they've created a mess. They've renegotiated the debts, pushed it over the line so that come 7th January, they can wash their hands. The money that they've taken, they'll go and sit somewhere and enjoy their money and leave the rest of us Ghanaians to deal with the mess that they have created. So NDC is as usual going to come after an MPP administration and clean the mess that they have created for Ghanaians. But we will clean the mess. We will come and stabilize the economy. We will come and stabilize the currency. We will get this country moving again. We will increase investments in the oil and gas sector. We will bring our cocoa industry back again. We will help our farmers with subsidized fertilizer again. We will give our farmers mechanization services again. But, alongside doing that, we will hold those who have put this country in this mess to account. If you have stolen Ghana's money, you are not going to sit somewhere and enjoy it in peace. Ghanaians will come after you to recover the money you have stolen from them. And the main reason why they want their vice president to inherit them, and you heard Akufo-Addo say, I cannot hand over to John Mahama. And I say, it's not in your mouth to decide who you want to hand over to. It is the Almighty God and the people of Ghana who will decide who you should hand over to. And when they have decided, you have no option in the matter. You will have to hand over to who Ghanaians decide you should. But I know that his preference is that his vice president should take over. Because his vice president cannot hold them accountable. I don't see him investigating any of the members of his government. If he would investigate it, he should come out and tell us that when he becomes president, he will investigate Akufo-Addo, he will investigate Ken Ofori-Atta, he will investigate Bedi Etuo, he will investigate their families, he will investigate any minister who has stolen money. He should come out boldly and tell us. Because what they want is for him to come and cover up so that they can go and enjoy in peace. But the point is, if you accept to serve in public office, you must be prepared to be held accountable. And the only people who can hold them accountable is for them to go out into opposition, NDC to come in, investigate the scandals that have taken place, and hold anybody who is responsible for misappropriating the money of Ghanaians to account. And that is exactly what we want to do with Operation Recover All the Loot. Operation Recover All the Loot means if you've stolen our money, you bring it back. If you bring it back, we don't have any wahala with you. During COVID, 25 billion cedis came into this country. 25 billion. Auditor General says only 40% was used for COVID. A new NDC government wants to know the remaining 60%. Where did it go? What did you do with it? Ghanaians want to know. And it's NDC that will come and find out what happened to the rest of the 25 billion that was not used for COVID. Somebody decides that he has a covenant with God. I have my own covenant with God. And I say, God, if you give me what I'm looking for, this is the covenant I have with you. But it's personal between me and my God. And so you have your covenant with God. You say, God, if you make me president, I'll build you a cathedral. That is your personal covenant with God. So when God fulfills it, Go find your money and come and build his cathedral for him. Why do you go and take our $58 million and go and dig a deep hole and there's only water in it and mosquitoes are swimming in the water? $58 million. And so we want to know what happened to the $58 million. Who got what? You brought PDS and said they should come and take our downstream distribution sector. Then we hear they are quarreling over it. There was a bank guarantee. Somebody changed it to an insurance bond. And then the family were quarreling with those who were the front men for them. And there was on audio, how do we distribute the shares of PDS and all that. Ghanaians want to know what happened to that PDS scandal. And so there are so many scandals that Ghanaians want to know what happened. And the only government that can hold these people to account is a new NDC government that will come into office on 7th January 2025. But let's leave them for the meantime. A new NDC government has a lot of good packages for Ghanaians. We're going to continue all abandoned projects. We're going to continue the extension of electricity. We're going to repair our roads. We're going to continue our hospital and our healthcare facilities. We're going to continue our e-blocks and our schools so that our children will have more access to secondary education. We're going to make the free SHS better. We'll cancel the double track and we'll improve the feeding so that our children can get quality food when they go to school. We're going to empower our mothers and our sisters with the Women's Development Bank so that they can get low interest loans without collateral, so that they can inject into their businesses and grow their capital and their small and medium enterprises. We are going to, under the Market Enhancement Project, develop all the underdeveloped markets so that it will be appetizing for you to go into the market and buy things from our mothers and our sisters. We are going to implement the no-fee stress policy. So for any of our children who gains admission to a tertiary institution, nursing training, agri-college, technical university, colleges of education, first year, no academic fees. We are going to implement a free primary health care policy. And so from CHIPS compounds, to health centers, to polyclinics, to clinics, any Ghanaian who attends, whether you have an NHIA card that has expired or you don't have, you get free medical treatment under the free primary health care. In every community, we're going to have a community health volunteer. We will pay that person an allowance. And a certain number of times every year, he must go to every household. He will take your blood pressure. He will measure your sugar level to make sure you don't have diabetes. He will educate the women how to check their breast so that they don't have breast cancer. And he will advise you on diet and nutrition so that we can keep our people healthy. If he finds anybody that needs referral to a hospital, he will do the referral and will move the person to a district hospital for attention. We want to improve the health care of our people, and the only way we can do it is through free primary health care. And so there's a lot. If I want to talk about it, we're going to stay here till tomorrow morning. I want to thank the people of Jirapa and to tell you that we have an election to win first. And so in the morning, go as early as possible to your polling station and go and vote. After you vote, if you have something to do, you go do it. But by 5 o'clock, make sure you are back at your polling station. I hear that they know that they have lost the election. So they are encouraging their people that wherever you go, if we are losing, disrupt the counting. Please be vigilant. Anybody who attempts to disrupt the counting, please resist them. Resist them with all the force that you have available at your disposal. So on that day when you go and you take the ballot paper, there's one thing you should look for. And the only thing you need to look for is the Akatawia symbol. Nothing else. Don't look for number 8. Don't look for anything. Just look for the Akatawia symbol. Now, the lady with the green vuvuzela, come up here. I want you to come and stand here. Just come here. Where is she? Just stand here. Stand here. Stand here. Look at the crowd. I didn't say blow your vuvuzela. Now listen to the question. Listen carefully to the question. I want you to use your finger. How do you call this finger in the Gari? You don't know. Nubile. Nubile. I want you to take your nubile, look on this thing and point at the Akatawia. I didn't say point at my photo or anything. Just use your finger and point and say, this is the Akatawia. Let me see. Hey. Thank you very much. She has got it correct for 5 points. Thank you. So that's the Akatawia. So just look for the Akatawia. And when you see the Akatawia, you put your thumbprint next to it. And when you're putting your thumbprint, turn your hand like this, not like this, like this. So that the thumbprint won't cross any of the 2 lines. So you put it there like that. And then you wipe your finger clean. There's always a rag there. So when you thumbprint the ballot paper, it might be like this, like this. When you thumbprint it, you leave it on the table. Don't touch it again. You just thumbprint and then you leave it on the table. You take the rag, you clean your thumb dry before you pick the ballot paper and fold it. If you don't clean your thumb well and you take the paper and you touch it again, it will create another thumbprint on the paper. And once they see 2 thumbprints, your ballot paper is spoiled. So when you finish, you fold it like this. You fold it long, not short. You fold it long like this. You don't fold it like this. You fold it like this. And then you go and put it in the ballot box. We want to reduce the spoiled ballots. So if you know in your house you have an old lady or an old man who has difficulty with voting, Electoral Commission has what they call assisted voting. And so you go with them that morning to the polling station. You tell the presiding officer he wants to do assisted voting, or your grandmother wants to do assisted voting. They'll allow you to go into the booth with her. And then you go and help her to select what to thumbprint so that she doesn't spoil the ballot. We want to reduce the number of spoiled ballots, especially in our area here. They say the north has the highest number of spoiled ballots, so we want to reduce that number. So finally, Cletus Sedu Dapla is my younger brother. He's one of our active MPs. And he's one of my young MPs who are very close to me. He's one of those who just walks to my house and comes and sits in and say, I want to see the president. And nobody can turn him back. So if you vote for him, he has access. He will see me whenever he wants to see me. And I need you to vote for him so that we can work together to help you. Your duty is to bring him to Parliament. When you bring him to Parliament, I will decide what I want to do with him. I know that NDC is going to win the election. And by the grace of God, if we win the election, by God's grace, I'll become the president. And when I become the president, I don't want you to go and get some baby elephant in Jirapa to come and be following me. And so, when you vote for JM, you vote for Cletus. And so, I'll lift his hand so that you know that you are witnesses that he officially is our candidate for the 7th December 2024 election. So, cast your vote for JM and cast your vote for Cletus, Sedu,
John Mahama has raised the hand of the Member of Parliament for this area, and that wraps up the campaign of the Jirapa.
Thank you very much.
Here,
God richly bless you.
We are going to the University of Development Studies, where he's going to engage young students, what he calls Campus Connect, and that will wrap up his tour of the Upper West region.
Oh, no, no, they said they want this to